Good evening. Welcome to Two Local Radio. I am your host, Ray Ray, and tonight we have a very, very special guest. His name is Jaystorm. He is part of the Jaystorm project. He is the funk hip-hop man of the hour. This is Jaystorm out of Knoxville.
Yes, y'all.
All right, so here's my first question for you.
Yes.
Why are you so popular?
Well, see. Well, because I do work. And I do a lot of work. So, some call me the hardest working man in Knoxville as far as the music scene goes, man. I come down here and I get the business, and I get the word out. I'm a believer in promotion, 1,000%. Because without promotion, nothing happens.
And I totally agree, and that is 100% correct. The reason I asked that is because every time I mention your name, somebody's like, "Whoa, wait a second, I know him." Like for instance, Brad Austin wanted me to say hello for you.
All right, now what's going on? That's my buddy, man. Yes.
All over. All kinds of bands that we've had from the Knoxville area is like, yeah, we know Jaystorm.
Cool, man. Hopefully this has some great things about me, Hopefully.
Yeah, I haven't heard any bad things as of yet. But then again, if I did, I wouldn't tell you anyway.
I feel you.
So, in a nutshell, why don't you describe what is the Jaystorm project for people that have never heard your music before?
Jaystorm project consists of 5-piece band, sometimes 6, bass, guitar, sax, drums, and sometimes keys, and me up front. So, and what it is funk, rock, and hip hop. And with that, I'm just going with my influences. I'm influenced by each genre. So I'm just taking all that, mixing it into one, and serving like a hot plate.
Oh, I heard some Soul Train mixed in there as well. So
yeah, we got a lot of flavors out there, man, that we're trying to do, and things going good. So far so good. Everybody likes the mix. It keeps us different.
So basically, you're the Baskin Robbins of Knoxville.
Yeah. Hey, I guess that's a good way of putting it. All I know is that we're gonna get good ice cream today.
There you go.
I was about getting that good ice cream, man. So we got it all day.
All right. So what originally made you want to do music out of all like professions out there?
Well, what made me turn towards music was basically just for the love of music. I've loved music all my life, and it's just lives in me, and I express myself. I don't know what I'd do without music. And I have a lot of influences coming up, rock and roll, soul, funk. My big brother used to listen to all that stuff, and he was a big influence in my life. So I'm automatically going to like what he likes, but, I just took it 10,000 steps further.
And that is absolutely wonderful. What I love about your music, it just seems like a party atmosphere, and it just seems like you're having fun. There's a lot of musicians out there that, they're playing, but it doesn't look like they're having a blast. Everything that I've seen you do, whether it was YouTube or, from other, places, it looks like you're just having a blast out there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about having a good time and doing what you do, and because if you're not having fun, they're going to know it. They can look fun, and that's a dead giveaway every time. So, But yeah, I love what I do. I love what I do, and it just works for me, you know.
So, for people that don't know your backstory, before you were in the Jaystorm project, how did you come up? You know, from the beginning. Take us a little walk on down memory lane.
Sure will. Basically, how that goes is that I was with a group called PD6, and what we did was we did R&B, hip hop. You know, we did it all. There was 4 of us, and we all kind of, you know, went our separate ways. Probably about 99, 2000. So I went solo. You know, I never thought I could go solo because, you know, I felt like I didn't have talent solo. You know, but in these talent shows about, I'm like, well, hell, I'm already solo already. So I just went ahead and took it to the next level. You know, as PD6, we opened up for a lot of groups, like Blessed Youth, Souls. I mean, and just an alternative group, and we opened up for like, I have so many people that we've done it for. To Mix a Lot, to name a few, Daggone Vanilla Ice, and, you know, a bunch of people, man. But we paid our dues, but we went as far as we can go as a group. So, you know, and, you know, it just takes sacrifice. Those guys, you know, that, you know, they sacrifice some things. You know, one guy had a family, one guy wanted to go back to school, one guy, you know, and in Greenville. You know, and I had to move on. I had to do my thing, and then I noticed that life is where it was at.
It sounds like you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay. What about now?
All right, that's better.
Okay. I'm getting an echo. But I'm trying to. Hey, but no, it's been good with me. Everything's been good. So, you know, and like when I discovered live music, that's when I started going places. So, and I just, well, you know, I just go through my experiences that I've experienced, and I just start thinking about things. You know, I just sit down with the pen and the pad, and magic happens, especially when I'm in a good mood. So, just, you know, just the thought, the thought of, you know, feeling good, you know, and going out and, you know, and doing things, you know, we do, man. It's a good time, you know.
That's what it's about, having a good time. So as far as crowds, are you more in tune with like the smaller crowd, or do you like the bigger festivals, or what's your forte as far as that?
I haven't really taken. I'd rather play a big crowd, but I'll take a small crowd. I'll take a medium crowd. The thing about me, when I want to make it kind of stand out, is I'll take that little crowd and I'll treat them like they're a big crowd. You know, I mean, the show is still 100 miles an hour, no matter who's there. And I make them say, I get the show. It was 5 people, with 50 people, 500, 5,000. I try my best to give them 100% each time.
That's awesome. So you said you're the hardest working man, and you always, so when you're not, you know, performing, so I take it you're doing all the booking and like everything.
Yes. I fell into that. I mean, that's not my choice to do that. It's not my choice to, you know, I'd rather have some, you know, I'd rather have a, you know, I have somebody doing all that for me. But, you know, I've played so many hats, I've gotten used to it. I've gotten numb to it. So I just book, and I write, I perform, and I go do the website, you know, and because I found out real quick that if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
I totally agree there. Agree there. I mean, I do mainly all the work except for talk. So
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
it's got to get done though.
It does. It really does. So, and I've taken pride in getting it finished, man. And I have help. I have a little booking agency out of Nashville that books me also, but they book me for strictly college gigs. Me, I book everything else.
So how do you like doing the college gigs? Because that seems like the party crowd and all.
That is fantastic, dog. Fantastic, man. I mean, they in your face, the energy's coming at you, you throwing it back at them. They bring it out in you, I tell you that. And there's a lot of bands that do colleges. A lot of bands, and these fraternities and sororities and things like that, they want to hear stuff they know, but then again, they get bored with stuff they know. So we go in and we hit them from an angle they ain't never been hit before, and they like it, and they hire us again, they hire us again, they hire us again. So throughout the whole Southeast, from South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, we stay pretty busy with schools in.
So no disrespect to your old lady and whatnot, but there's got to be some beautiful women, out at these colleges.
Oh my God, dude! I'm trying to tell you right now, it's definitely, you have to definitely be a strong soul. You got to be strong. You got to be disciplined. I think that if I wasn't disciplined, I wouldn't have as many shows. So I think it's to the good that you probably got to practice discipline, because Lord knows if I wasn't disciplined, I'd probably have 20 kids. Easy. The Brady Bunch wouldn't have shadow, wouldn't have nothing on me, bro. I'm just telling you, it's crazy, man. It's crazy out there. It really is, man, and they love it, and they're into it, man. But I think that it's worked out for the best that I am involved, and and it works because it helps me discipline. It helps me go further, because I know if I was by myself, I'm not sure if I'd have made it this far. I'm not sure.
When I'm in a pissed off mood, I like to, listen to stuff like Rage Against the Machine. But when I'm not in a pissed off mood, what you play, oh my, it's just perfect.
Cool. That's good. That's good. Then I'm doing something all right, doing something right.
Well, exactly. You need the carefree, the relax, especially in this stressed world and everything. You need somebody out there that's like, hey, just kick back, have a beer, have a smoke, whatever, and just relax and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and listen to some clever lyrics. I'm a huge fan of real hip hop. You know that. I'm a huge fan of that. And hip hop is taking a turn, as you know, but I don't even think it's really hip hop anymore. So, but I bring it every time I come, every time I do a show, every single time. I come with it. I kick them 16s, man, and and it's crazy, but it's what I'm feeling, man, and then they feel it when I'm kicking them. So, and there's stuff I wrote, and then I recite some of the stuff, and I'll cite it from Scarface or Snoop Doggy Dogg or whoever I decide to, Audio 2's Audio, whoever I really liked and really influenced me, I'll take a little bit of that to them too also, and they enjoy that. So, I just, the thing about me is I do what I feel. I do what I feel, and then they see me feeling it. So they feel it. So they want to come back and see that again. So I've made a journey out of it.
So you said that, you deal with like all the aspects of the business. I mean, other than, the Nashville, booking agency. We have a bit of a advertisement as well. We, run a free submission through Reverb Nation, which we can't, thank them enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
But, somebody coming up and, and having their choice of what, factor of the part of the music business, because at the end of the day, we all know it's a business. What would you say is the hardest part of it?
I'll tell you what the hardest part is. The hardest part is getting the energy up to actually advertise and to realize that advertising and promotion is 95% of it. A lot of people do not realize that. They think that they go in the studio, we're in the studio, we got these hits, we're doing it, everything's all good. We're in the studio, we're knocking it out, everything's gravy. We got a hit record, somebody's going to pick us up just because we got a record, because it sounds good our whole neighborhood. So it's a hit, and somebody should pay for everything and pick it up. Well, them days are gone. Those days are gone now. YouTube and Reverb Nation, plenty of online internet has leveled the playing field. You could go get Tyrese's CD, and you can go get, you can go get daggone, I don't know where, Dr. Dre, whoever. You can go get Blackstreet, or you can go get Marion or Usher's CD, and get your CD, because you're right there beside of them. You're on iTunes right there beside of them. So things have changed, man. But people still, they still ain't realizing the hardest. It is the hardest part, but it's the part that you got to do. The hardest part is advertising and putting yourself out there. A lot of people get lazy at that. A lot of people don't want to do that, and they think that Facebook is all they got to do. All this is easy. Facebook, let's do it. No, you got to have a real website, a .net, a .org, a .us before anybody really, or any label. If you're thinking about joining, what label, that's where they're going to take you serious at. Because these social sites, people mistake them a lot. They think that's the music site, and it's not. It's a one-off. It's great advertising. Yeah, it's decent, but that's not your site. Your site is www.yourband.com, and that's what you got to put out there. So a lot of people mistake that, but then again, that's going to take some work. There's Facebook stuff, there's other stuff that it's easy to do, so they do it because it's easy. That's my vote. It's hard, promotion and pushing stuff out there. It's hard, physically, and it's hard mentally.
And I totally, excuse me. I totally understand that, and I know where you're coming from. We have twolocalradio.net, but it's really run by, Reverb, Nation and whatnot. And we originally had twolocalradio.com, but all we had was spam. And I'm like, no, It ain't worth it.
I feel you. Well, like I said, no, with and I'm speaking from an artist perspective only. Any other business maybe make them do that, but I'm just, this is how I feel. This is how I feel about, the hardest thing. The hardest thing is, well, it was hard for me. I'm going to tell you what was hard for me. It was just getting that website, pushing the website, buying pictures, buying black and white glosses, buying CDs, buying CD covers, buying postcards, buying T-shirts. I'm $3,000 in the hole, and I'm giving it away. So that's hard. That's hard. But if you're in it for the long haul, you'll see that back threefold. And I've got plenty of examples of how I've seen that back. Like one example is that $3,000, whatever, man. I'm in a hole, and I'm passing out T-shirts and things. I booked 2 private gigs that paid me $2,000 apiece. I guess it did good because they had my T-shirt and they had my CD. They went for a private party. So it works out. It does. It works itself out because it's a weird science. It's a weird science, definitely that. So, but in the long run, it works itself out. And I never knew it could be like that. I just knew I was $3,000 out. And then, but I didn't realize that I got $3,000 of advertising going out. That's what I did. I just looked at money lost. But it's really $3,000 of advertising. And that advertising brought that money back to me, plus the fans. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to even look at it that way. But, you got to dig deep. And you got to realize, why are you doing music, And that's why I want to just spread it to everybody.
And I understand where you're coming from because we just started doing an advertising ourselves where we're, got gift cards and everything for people that are following us and know who the hosts are and everything. But you have to. Otherwise, nobody's going to know who you are.
That's true. That's the truth. And, like I said, a lot of guys, man, they'll be in their room and, everybody's a producer. My wife says that. She's like, everybody's a producer. Because everybody would come across, he's a producer, I'm a producer, and, it's so easy. It's so easy. They don't know they don't know even 5% what it takes to be a real strong, quote unquote, producer, man. So, but, I get a kick out of it. I do, and I try, at least they're thinking right. At least they're positive of their thinking. But like I said, it's, we're in the age of, because you used to make a hot record, hot song. You're on the radio immediately. If somebody likes you, they're going to give you that $1 million. Well, as you can see, all the record stores are closed. All these record stores are closed. You got online stuff, but you can't walk in a record store no more and buy a CD. You can't do it. It's few and far between, and there's a reason for that. Those guys don't have the money to distribute the physical product like they used to. Because now you can download it very quickly. This is the world of convenience right now. So, what's convenient is me getting out of my bed, going to my desk, and downloading the song. Not getting out and walking to the store. So, the record companies suffer. So that means that they can't just give out the $1 million deals anymore. They got to see you doing something. Nowadays, I think they want to join you. They want to join you so they can make money with you. They can enhance you. So, that's unless you're 10 years old, then you win American Idol.
Well,
so
here's the deal, though. We had, an artist the other day, and he actually, won one of them, big, record, contracts for winning a showcase out in New York City, and then he got snubbed, and it all fell apart.
He got what? I'm sorry.
He got snubbed. It all fell apart. In other words, They backed out.
Wow. That hurts.
And you're right. You are absolutely right, because it's not only the record stores, it's also, if you listen to today's radio, it's not the same anymore. It's built on, okay, well, what's popular now, and that's all they're going to play. You have very talented, unsigned and indie artists out there, and if they were to hand it to a radio station, most of them would be like, thanks, but no thanks.
Right. And that's going to, I would like to touch on a subject. Let's take Clear Channel. What do you, can I ask you, what do you think about Clear Channel Radio?
I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to speak one way or another, but go ahead.
All right. Clear Channel. And the rest of the guys are pretty much running the game. This is what I think about it. I think that let's say back in 96. Well, let's go 86, 87, 88. When rap music, hip-hop, had a purpose, then nobody really paid attention to that. In 1985, Run DMC just broke the planet. First black, hip-hop group, on MTV, So they do that, and you're like, that's great, and that's good. Nobody paid attention. Nobody wasn't seeing this bomb coming. Nobody was seeing it coming. But as it progressed, 86, 87, 88, it got stronger. Got very strong. The most notable white group that came on the bill, Beastie Boys.
Okay.
License to Ill made it that much stronger. So here goes the movement. Chuck D, everybody coming out with that political, fight the power, smart, lyrics is dope. I mean, everything's great. Okay, and then the movement has started. They really didn't pay. Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 Man made debt. And then Sugar Hill Gang took it commercial, kinda. So now that they had that platform to go on, Run DMC took it to another level. And then when Run DMC made their stuff with Steven Tyler, I think that changed the game, along with the Beastie Boys. That changed the game and opened up a lot of gates. And they seen a powerful movement. And then it went on, 1989, 1990. I think that around 1995 they decided to kind of put a cap on that stuff as far as radio play. Because it was getting too powerful for them. It was making too much sense.
So they basically shut it down.
Yeah, they shut it down. Yes, they shut it down. But they couldn't shut it down everywhere because the movement had already started. They couldn't shut it down everywhere because they got independent stations coming up that's playing them. They got a little pirate stations playing. I mean, you're able to make your own stations, okay? So these guys, they're keeping it. They're keeping it alive and well. But the big commercial CC radio, they're not trying to have that. They're not trying to have that. Now, to get on those stations, you kind of got to dumb it down. You got to dumb it down because that's the light they want to see you in. They want to see you in that light. They don't want to see you in the strong political, I'm coming up, this is what's happened to me, it's where I'm at. These are lyrics, these are slick lyrics, these are cool lyrics. You had to actually think before you wrote this 16. Had to think about it. Now it's acceptable for people to be killing folks in songs. Slanging dope, slanging, yayos, doing, doing cocaine, doing big deals, and popping pills, and your leather seats, and you're riding on 38,
Yeah, this is uncensored, so you can say whatever.
Oh, really?
Always live and uncensored.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, now that you said that, maybe I can relax a little bit, tell you how I feel. I'm letting you know how I feel about it. But, motherfuckers is killing and shit. They're killing, and, they're acting, because CC Radio's made it damn that cool. So these young kids are coming up thinking they got to write songs about hoes, smacking hoes, beating them down, pimping every hoe, and they got to talk about how much money they got. They got to talk about their change. So when they come up, they're idolizing that shit, and then they're coming out with these rhymes that is straight bullshit. What's funny? I hadn't written in a long time. The reason I hadn't written in a long time, I don't feel like these bastards don't feel like I don't feel like I don't have to write. I feel like that shit I wrote 12 years ago can stand up against anything they write today because of shit that they think is cool and it ain't cool. It ain't cool at all. Bullshit.
So you're basically, without cutting you off, I do apologize. You're basically saying hip hop started off as a positive movement, and they changed it because it's, the system or whatever you want to call it said no, this is not acceptable. Just like you no longer see MTV anymore.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly
What's going
right.
on, fellas? I'm kind of sneaking in the back door.
All right.
What's going on, Ray?
This is Mr. Beefman, or Brian.
What's going on, man?
Not too much, brother. I'll tell you what, I've been sitting back in the cut, man, for about 10, 15 minutes now because I know that y'all been talking. Man, I got to throw it out there. What you're saying, dude, you were so ridiculously right. I mean, it is at this point, the way that rap's been going, it is so obscene, it's ridiculous. But back in the early 90s, I'm like you, man. That's when I started hearing it. Late 80s, early 90s, from Run DMC, NWA, and you were talking about, what Run did with Aerosmith. I turned around and I remember other groups that came out on the rock side, as you remember, like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
And they had a solid political platform that they were standing on, and it didn't matter, black, white, anything, across the nation. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you got. Don't let them hold you down. Shit out there's fucked up. And they put a cap on it, man. They put a cap on it. They stopped it. It became too strong.
That's the God's honest truth. It's true. I mean, there's a reason why Chuck D, man, ain't on the radio. There's a reason why DOS Effects and all these guys, KRS-One, is not on the radio. There's not no commercial crap. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. It's nuts how then. I mean, it kills me that a hit song, people think they have a hit song off some silly shit, and it's not. My lipstick is Boston. I mean, think about that. I mean, or my damn. I believe one of these guys came up with a song called, and that was the hook, and this shit was it was great, and these kids are doing it. Kids are they're brainwashed a little bit, guys, a lot. I know my kid is not going to be brainwashed with that bullshit. I'm just telling you.
It's so hard. It is so hard. And, and you guys were talking about indie labels and stuff. I've got some knowledge, about the commercial stations, and what kills me is you've got these commercial stations that get together 3 or 4 times a year, and they go down, and they think.
You're breaking up a little, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You got these commercial radio stations, these corporate radio stations, and they go down 2 or 3 times a year, and they make a bid on music, like some fucking bullshit Katy Perry or some bullshit something else, and then you just hear them, these spins, man. It's the same fucking 10, 12 songs all day for 6 months, and then they change it up, and they don't allow anybody else, to come in and infiltrate into the music industry because they've got their own cap on entertainment. And it's getting harder on them now because, just like you said, we're on a freeway platform. Anybody can get on Facebook. Anybody can get on Twitter. Anybody can get, on any of this stuff and put their music out there, and that's the direction it needs to go. Because these fuckers have had a cap on it for way too long, and we need people out there to blow the fucking doors off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. And I think that, guys, we keep fighting a good fight. We keep doing it, man. We just keep hip-hop alive, and, because, it tells. It'll tell on you. The guys that don't have no, I'm not saying I'm the talented motherfucker in the building, but I do recognize this. I do recognize somebody just getting up there chanting some shit, and there's somebody that takes time and writes a real hot 16. That is the real fan. This shit that they're letting go now, that's out now that they're pushing, is here and gone. It's gone in a few years. And, and it'll never come back. It's one and gone. I'll name one guy. I'll name one guy. You know what? To each his own. I guess if he thought it was hot, somebody did. Somebody put the money on this guy, man. But Soldier Boy. I heard that one song. But I forget whatever the song's name is. Soldier Boy. Where is that son of a bitch now? Where is he? He's probably ordering a Big Mac. And that's two. I'm not saying that that's all. I mean, I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that ordering a Big Mac. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, y'all thought this. I mean, that dude was on top of the world. Now, his chances of being on top of the world again are 99 to 0.5%. He cannot. It's 99% versus his 0.5%. He can't be that no more. Shit like that's finished because there's no real substance. There's no substance in it. There's no substance.
And I'm understanding what you're saying. The thing is, I totally agree. I mean, even if you take, Tupac, and you take, back when, when he started, he came out with, Brenda's Got a Baby. And then, he had great songs such as, Changes and Unconditional Love. And they got thrown on the back end to hit him up.
Shit, man. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. That is the craziest stuff. I mean, but it's right in front of our eyes. But you know what? I'm never going to bow down to that shit. I will never be that guy. I'm going to be the dude that's coming right at you. Like some of my shows. At some of my shows, I see some guys just, I recognize them. They looking at me and they get the little arms crossed, man. Like, who's this motherfucker? They do it. And then I look at them. I look dead at them, and I'm spitting rhymes right to them. And I just look at them again, like, what? And, I mean, because they got to understand. These guys, they don't understand that language. It's like a different language for these guys. And for somebody to say something like, somebody to make just a rhyme, a real rhyme, somebody to say, hey, the track without me is like Chon without Cheech. You're going to need a calculator just to figure my speech. They don't know nothing about that, man. They're looking at me like, yeah. That's hip-hop, though.
But the thing is, I mean, you understand like everybody else understands. I mean, haters going to hate. But I like haters, man. It just means they're paying attention. They're pissed off that they can't do what you do.
We love them. They actually, really truly, guys, I think the haters make you who you are. They make it. I mean, we think they're hurt. I mean, some people think that, they're hurting, but they're actually creating opportunity because they're talking about you. Those guys, if they didn't hate you, I don't think they'd be talking. I mean, if you didn't have any, let me say, you didn't have any impact on them, they wouldn't be talking about you. And I think the impact that you have on them is that you're coming across so strong. I think they're hating that they don't know you.
And when you've built a solid foundation, the haters just increase what you're doing. It actually backfires on them.
It's so funny too. You take somebody that's been controversial in the past. Howard Stern, man, when he first got on the radio, even as a disc jockey, not music or nothing like that. They said 50% of his fan base hated his guts. And the only reason why they listened to him is so they could write and complain to the FCC about him being on the radio.
More listeners. So everybody tunes in.
There you go. All right.
There goes ratings right there, dude.
All right, but I do have a question. There's a guy on him here. His name is JP Zamet, and he wants to know, who do you want to work with in the industry that you haven't worked with?
I'd like to work with the Roots. I'd like to work with those guys. That's my route. The Roots. I'd love to do work with those guys. As far as vocalists, I'd love to do get direction from John Legend, and things like that. Freaking KRS-One, my influences, man. I mean, that's what I'd like to do, I mean, if I had a chance, definitely those guys, and everybody behind those guys, everybody that respected those guys, that's who I'd want to work with. Okay, flip side, let's say, would I like to work for Puff Daddy? Would I like to work with Puff Daddy? I can't tell you that I would. I can't tell you that. Money-wise, if I wanted to sell myself, maybe, if I want to get cussed out every day and go get some ice cream about 20 miles down the road and flip-flops and, a straw hat, or do what he said, I'd like to work with somebody like that, I mean, the Roots, just that, that core stuff, that the music, you feel the music and you just feel what they're doing. It's about funk. I got a funk influence. Funk is to me, the definition of funk is you feeling it. You feeling it, man. You feeling what you're doing. And then funk spreads itself because people see you feeling it. And then they get in there and they feel it. And that's what I've experienced, man. I'm willing. I'm not saying I'm willing to work with anybody because I'm open minded. But if I have my choice, I know my preference. So.
Well, I know.
Good deal, man. I don't know if it's been asked yet or not, but what do you got for shows lined up, man?
Now, let's see. Well, I'll tell you what. I got a few little shows, going around because I'm not gonna turn. That's another thing. I don't turn down many shows. Somebody want me to get down, man. We'll work it out. I go get down. So, I mean, the next decent show that I'm gonna have, the decent series, is gonna be at the Calhoun, the big Calhoun Wing Festival they have in the World's Fair Park, the 21st. Yeah, I'll definitely be on there doing that, man. I'll be doing that show at the. Man, I have to look at my schedule. My schedule's on Jaystorm.net, man. You can see all my stuff, man. I don't, like I said, guys, little, if it's big, I don't care. I'm coming with me. I'm doing what I do, man. And there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of skeptics out there, man. But you just gotta just sing right through them. You gotta perform right through them, man. Like whether it's a crowd of 10 or 10,000, man, you gotta give them the same bit, man. And that's what I do, man. And, the show's on the website. Go check it out, man. Come out there, man. And see what's happening.
All right.
Now, who have you been working with lately?
I mean, well, notable. I mean, I working with as far as like musicians or producers or.
Well, I mean either or. I mean anybody we might know of, or.
Well, I've done shows with several people. Here's what I've been doing lately. Lately, I've been trying to get my promo stuff together, my T-shirts, my stickers, my cards. Been trying to get that together. I've been kind of gearing up for that and gearing up for these festivals that's hired me to come in and get down. It's kind of regional, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not particularly working with somebody. I just get this band, got my band, and when we go rock the spot, I working with my band members, pretty much, as far as that goes. As far as like recording and producing, I've been working with Kenneth Brown. Kenneth Brown, he's a producer, drummer, composer, arranger. His dad is named Donald Brown, great jazz musician, been nominated for a Grammy. He's got a whole musical family. So I've been lately working with Kenneth, man, because he's produced some fantastic stuff for me, man. That's I'm moving things with him, man. So, as far as any huge names, I haven't been working with anybody like that, but I tell you what, when my squad hits that stage, buddy, it's all gravy, man. You know, and I'm cool with, you know, even if I was working with somebody, you know, bigger, you know, I'm open to that. You know, but I don't think, you know, as of right now, I don't think it'll make a big impact on what I'm doing, you know, at this point.
Exactly, because you're no longer starstruck or anything. I mean, because you have quite a resume. You know, Sir Mix-a-Lot and everything isn't, you know, wasn't a little man back on the totem pole, and, you know, guys like that back in the day, Chuck D, you know?
See, back then, yeah. Well, I mean, as far as opening up for folks, too, I've opened up at Thompson Bowling Arena, Mystical, P.D. Pablo, Coolio, the show Bubba Sparks, you know, the list goes on. And Keith, hell, I did a show with Keith Sweat. You know, at the Civic Coliseum, I did that. I mean, you know, I do a lot of things, man, you know. And I think the latest ones, dude, you ain't gonna believe this. Latest one, I got down with on same stage, same day, with Reba McEntire, Van Perry, and Still Magnolia.
Wow.
10,000 folks. Hey, look, if you type in Jaystorm, Jaystorm is one word, and Reba, follow the link. Then you're going to see me in front of about 10,000 rocking it. Yes, sir. So, you know, I've done a lot of things, you know, and I continue to do it. Like, what amazed me, guys, is the money. I mean, a lot of people say, hey, if you're doing it for money, you know, you might as well forget it. I have that mentality. But I do know this. If I quit singing, we might have to go into foreclosure. Because I've never made this much money in my life. Never. Without having a W-2. I ain't had a W-2 in 7 years.
That's saying something.
I've been doing this. This is how I've been funding everything. I've been funding this to death. You know, I mean, I never knew that I could do that. I never knew my potential. You know, I mean, these college gigs, they pay. Oh, they pay lovely. You know, you got your little gigs, but people from little gigs are booking you for private parties at their house. I've done several living room shows. I mean, how can you sing it? I sing in the living room for an hour and a half, made $1,100. I'll take that all day.
There you go.
Well, just me and a guitar. See, I do it acoustic.
I was gonna ask if you played any instruments.
I can't even play the radio. Hell, I can't even play dead. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I'm just that entertainer. I'm just that guy up front. I'm a hell of a tambourine. If you give me a tambourine, I'll smash the hell out of a tambourine.
Yeah, he's 2 days James Brown.
Yeah, I love it, man. Hey, that's what I do, man. That's how I make it happen, man. You know. But I got some star players behind me, though. I got star players, man. You know. They've made a lot of things possible for me. But I tell you what, though. You know, it's just a great feeling being up front. You know, it's got its woes. It's got its setbacks, man, because everybody's looking at you. You know, you might not feel like performing that night, but you got to get your ass in gear and damn it, get a smile on your damn face and get out there and then get busy. You got to. Right. I have to, you know. I mean, and you know, it's actually a wonderful place, guys, because I've been blessed to go out there. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you. Now, do you got anybody that you do, you know, shows with that's local? I mean, any of the local people?
Well, normally when I get booked, you know, that they just book my band. Now, you know, a place like, say, Prayers Pub or something like that, they could put me on the bill with somebody. I mean, what I do when I'm off, guys, I'm always going to see live bands. I'm always on stage with somebody. So any local funk band, you know, Soulfinger, you know, After Party, whoever it might be. You know, I get on stage and I do my thing, man. But I don't do a lot of shows with a lot of bands. But I'll tell you what, July 3rd, I'm doing a show with a band out of Atlanta. And these dudes, they coming. They mean. They are mean with it. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great show. So, and it's at the Birdhouse, of all places. They're on tour, and they called me. And it's like, we'd like to do this bill with us. I'm like, yeah. I checked out the website, and I'm like, oh, shit, all right now. You know, I got to stretch out for this one. Got to stretch out for this one. So it's all good, man. It's going to be a rock, hip-hop, extravaganza, definitely. I redid Souls from Prison. And, and I did with the whole band. The whole band's in the studio. We did it, arranged it, how we thought it would be funky. So we did it, man, and we're pretty proud of our work, man. So definitely let you guys hear that here in a little bit.
Now, let me ask you real quick, out of all the shows you've ever done,
yeah,
what would you feel would be just the absolute tops for you? Which show have you done that just always stands out in your head?
Club La Vila. Club La Vila. Yes, sir. Club La Vila. I felt like this is what it's like to make it. I got to feel that feeling. I didn't know. I mean, I've never felt so. I've never felt that. I've never felt in control of that many people in my life. So that show will always stand out to me, no matter what. I mean, it's just crazy, man. I'm trying to tell you right now, man. I mean, when I even think about it, gives me cold chills. But like every show is special to me. Every show. So, so I treat every show, man, the same. But the one that gives me the most, this is what it's like to make it, is Club La Vila in Panama City. It's great.
And was it because everybody was just in tune to what you were saying, or was it just a vibe you were getting? Or
they was in tune. They was up front. They was cheering. Man, I can't explain the feeling. The next day, the next morning, how can you feel drunk the next morning you ain't drink a drop?
Wow.
How does somebody get that feeling? You ain't done nothing but woke up. You checked out of your hotel room and you get in your car. And your car is a beat up Maxima. But you feel like you rolling in the Benz. And there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. And ain't drunk a drop, ain't popped a pill, ain't even ate a damn egg. Ain't no bacon or nothing. But I felt like, wow, that's what it was like to make it last night. I just felt, I've never felt that feeling before. And I hadn't felt it back. I hadn't felt it back yet. But I tell you what, the things I'm doing now, I feel like that I want to be back there. But to get back there, I can't be bullshitting. I got to work. I got to send out. I got to build. I got to do my thing. And I want that feeling again before I die. I want it again. I'm going to get it. I just got to keep my head up and keep rolling. I'm telling you.
All right. So I know you said that's like your great moment and everything, but has there been times where, fans would come up to you, I'm sure with all the colleges you play and everything, and be like, well, look, man, your song really impacted my life or just made me feel so great today?
Yes. That has another value. And I'm going to tell you what. As far as aha and people in my face and people, the star quality, that was Panama City. The other feeling that I get, and I'm moving people, man, is definitely those college gigs. I mean, and these guys, I mean, they, the sororities, fraternities, they want me back. They want me back every time, and they pay top dollar. And I tell you what, there's not a feeling. I know I said the Panama City was a nice feeling, but I tell you, a more of a greater feeling, believe it or not, now I think about it, is somebody requesting your originals when you walk through the door, ready to ride, get with you. And that's what they want to hear. That's what the whole fraternity wants to hear. That's what the whole sorority wants to hear. Something I just wrote, just from the bottom of my heart, though. And we're right there, man. And it's, that's a wonderful feeling.
And I understand exactly what you're saying. You're basically saying when you were out in Panama City, as far as Limelight, that was, that great feeling. As far as, really touches your soul and, digs in you, it makes you feel, great to be, alive as a performer. That's when people, request your music and, really come up to you and like, hey, you touched my life.
Yes. And you know what? It's a, I first started, I never thought that this would happen, I didn't think none of this would happen. I'm in a restaurant. This is crazy now. It happened a few years back. I'm in a restaurant, man, and, this might seem like little beans to you, but it was big beans to me. A father and a daughter at a table. The father gets up, I really don't recognize him. He says, "You Jaystorm, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." My little girl has your CD. Will you sign this napkin for her?
Wow.
God, oh my, man. I'm telling you, man, I mean, that to me meant more than anything, man. And she's sitting right over at the table just looking like excited. And her father's like, "I'll go get an autograph from him." Me? Who am I? Geez. And I signed it. Takes it back over and she loves it. That right there, dog, I don't know if I can replace that. I don't know if I can replace that feeling. I mean, that's wild. I never thought that would be me. But that's just an example of somebody. I told somebody else that, I was like, "Hey, that's an example of the work that you're putting in and what you're trying to build." People are seeing the building going up. So that right there, I'll tell you, that's one moment in my life that touched me, dog. This music joint. So yeah, it's like I said, it's been a journey. It's been a journey and far from over. I feel like I've just begun. I've done over 700 shows. I'm trying to do 700 plus more. I'm trying to go, I'm going to go to the day I die, guys. No doubt.
And
no doubt about it, man.
I mean, the thing about it is, with it being the digital age, as you spoke about before, I'm a firm believer in this day and age, the musician has to have a personality to go along with the music, because anybody can download anything in this day and age.
Yes. Yeah, your personality, I think people have to like you, before they like your music. And if they do like your music, they still got to like you, because if they like your music and they don't like you, they can unlike your music. I mean, you have some kind of personality, I think. You got to have some repertoire with the people. You got to be able to communicate, especially out front. You got to know what communication means to the 10th power. Because if you ain't communicating with those guys, there's your sales, and they don't want to see you no more, There's got to be some kind of connection, and if you're just I don't know, some people can get away with it, but I think a majority can't. I think they got to like you,
I know exactly how you feel. I was at an Everlast concert one time. I was a huge, House of Pain, fan and everything. And I was at his concert, and he was yelling at the sound engineer like he was garbage. And I'm like, I love his music, but I won't go see him again.
There you go. That's an example. What an idiot to scream at the guy. I mean, that's like screaming. I mean, it's like screaming at the guy that's fixing your flat tire. You don't scream at that guy. You want to be his friend, because he could ruin your ass off one button.
Hey, like they always say, don't mess with the cook. Especially
don't fuck with the cook.
Hell no, I ain't fucking with the cook.
Hell no, you better not say shit about that good stuff.
Hell no. How you eating? Not a damn thing. Don't fuck with the cook.
I try my best never not to send shit back. I ain't sending nothing back. Fuck that. I mean, because it come back, it could have some motherfucking ants in that motherfucker. So it could be crazy. I mean, y'all know. I mean, fast food guys, fast food. You send a hamburger back. What the fuck? You gonna send a hamburger back?
Yeah, they're gonna send it back to you.
It's gonna come back. You getting a special this time now.
Well, they cracks me. And I'll give you a reference too. I do that stuff. My mom was one of them people, man. It don't matter where she goes. She better have top of the line service, or she's gonna bitch about it. So I made her watch damn Road Trip one night. You ever watch Road Trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want any sugar on my French toast. You saw that motherfucker, did?
Hell yeah. Hey, that shit's crazy, Dad. Motherfucker, all that shit, I'm gonna tell you what, and motherfucker, Eddie Murphy, man, Eddie Murphy's like, talk about the Chinese people, motherfucker, like, very funny. We'll make a special wonton soup for him. Shit, you don't want to say shit about the Chinese. No, yeah, don't say shit. Just eat and go.
Yep, grab it, eat and go.
So, Jaystorm, how do you feel about fake mofos? Like, for example, in my eyes, I don't know if it's the case, but I think, Kanye, in my eyes, is a fake. He came out with Jesus Walking, now he's talking about how he's better than Jesus.
This dude is him to me. I think. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that he has put himself in a position for people to really, fucking look at him as a real asshole, a real dumbass. Even the president said he's a dumbass. I'm just saying. So, he put himself in that position. Did I respect him before that? Yeah. Did I respect him fucking bumping Taylor Swift off that stage like that, looking like a fucking idiot? No, I didn't respect that at all. I think he writes some slick lyrics, man, but, he's not somebody that I'd want to kick it with. I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm just saying, somebody to hang out with. That's my boy, and I'm like, you know, I mean, I think that he's fucked up for doing that. I really do. I mean, I think his lyrics are his lyrics. I guess he thinks he's writing slick lyrics, but what he don't understand, that people are listening to those lyrics. Like, I mean, you heard it. You know, he's talking about Jesus. Some people think he's talking about the devil in some songs. You know, I don't know what the motherfucker. I see. That's how much I pay attention to that motherfucker. I'm not really paying attention to that guy. I'm not really. He don't strike me like that because I don't give him enough attention to analyze that. But people do, and he's not aware of that. I mean, because that shit right there. I thought he was okay. I didn't go buy none of his albums. I ain't download none of his shit unless it was popular with a couple of motherfuckers that I may do some DJ work for. But you know, but other than that, man, you know, he's not relevant to me.
And
he is, but he's not.
And it wasn't just him. I mean, just, you know, people that say one thing and do another. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah. I got a problem with that. You know, and the context of that, you know, depending on what it is. I mean, let's take it to the most simplest shit in the world. Let's take it to somebody saying they're gonna fix my car. You know, I got a problem with paying $800 and some dollars, and my shit is not fixed. They did not say what the fuck they didn't do what the fuck they was gonna say, and it hurt me financially. Now, you know, I'm a type of guy that you know, if you're gonna do it, do it. But I'm not gonna sit here. But you know, if you're gonna do it, do the shit. If you don't do it, you need a fucking good reason why you didn't do it, or you couldn't do it. So that's how I feel about it. You know, I think seeing is believing. You know, he can say he's gonna do this, and he can say he's gonna do that. When he don't do it, you know, seeing is believing. It's gotten to that point with me.
So you're a man of principle.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you this, because we're talking about celebrities. If you had any celebrity in Hollywood, who would you want to kick it with?
Have a beer with?
Yeah, who'd you want to hang out with? Who would you want to party with? Out of any celebrity in Hollywood.
Golly, that's a good one. Wow.
I know it can't be an athlete because Kevin Hart already playing that shit.
Off the top of my head, as far as, you know, kicking it live, you know, chilling, man, you know, hanging out with, kicking it. Samuel L. Jackson be fun as fuck, man. Just hang out with him.
There you go.
Samuel
I don't know if I'd want to party with him, but I definitely want to be right there when he's chewing somebody's ass.
Samuel L., man.
You know he's going to pull out that bad motherfucking wallet. You know he's going to do
that. Samuel or, God dang it. Let's see. Fuck, I can't think of anybody else, man.
Like I said, it can't be an athlete because Kevin Hart already explained that shit.
Yeah.
Gotta be something else.
Hell no. As far as actors, man, dude, I respect as an actor. That's cool. Let's see here. What fucking I don't know, man. Who would be fucking? I want Charlie Sheen. If I want a trip.
Oh, there you go.
Then you'd be drinking all that damn Tiger Blood.
Shit, yeah. I looked at what he do his thing. Just Charlie Sheen, boy. I don't know, man. I had never even thought of that, man. But
dude, I swear to God, he'll have you in a golf shirt before the night is over.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, I would go with Bruce Willis personally. But that's just because he grabbed the pill
Bruce is
bottle
cool.
and said, I'm an asshole.
Goddamn. Bruce is cool as shit.
I couldn't hang out with Bruce, man. He crashes too many cars, man. I couldn't do that shit.
You know, it was funny. Every movie, I think somebody's gonna die. Every movie, and then he looked all beat up. You think just shooting the movie? This motherfucker ain't he his own stunt man? Ain't Bruce his own stunt man? Does he do his own stunts and shit?
I believe he does. But that's what cracks me up in the movie. Bruce never misses until he's got a shot he's got to actually hit, and then he's got a clip that never runs dry.
That's crazy, man. Mm-mm.
So kind of like Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throws.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This motherfucker
Oh, man.
This motherfucker right here. Boy, he hit the free throws, boy, he'd still be in the league right now.
Justin Bieber beat him in a one-on-one match.
See, what about this little motherfucker right here, Justin Bieber, goddamn it? What about this
Dude,
little motherfucker?
I'm sorry, but
What
that
about
kid ain't
this?
never had his ass whooped.
Nah. When you smack just smack the shit out of his ass. Just, you little son of a bitch. This motherfucking man, he feels like he's invincible. You know what killed me? This ruined me. This ruined me when I seen this motherfucker. It ruined me when he came out with the boxer.
Yeah.
When he was part of his entourage. You
You're talking about Floyd Mayweather, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty boy.
Man, Justin Bieber, with Justin Bieber.
No, here's what fucks me up about Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy out here, he's an undisputed boxing champion of the world, and this motherfucker's got 6 bodyguards. Are you shitting me? I just walk around with my goddamn gloves on.
To make a statement, you goddamn right. But he got that little change in his pocket, so I guess that makes him feel kind of important to put those dudes around him, I guess. But
Tyson never needed him.
No. No, hell no. Hell, my motherfucker was trying to hire him to be their bodyguard.
You know your social status has been pretty low when you hire Justin Bieber to come to your fight to be in your corner, man.
See, that's some bullshit, really. I mean, this little motherfucker, he was there with his little sunglasses on, hat. Man, little stupid son of a bitch. I don't know, man. I see shit online.
Yeah. He needs to go hang out with Miley right now.
I gotta say, man, he needs to scoop her ass up, and they need to take off like Crazy World somewhere, become the fucking mayor, start their own damn colony, do something, because that shit's just fucking unacceptable, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to tell you right now, man. I mean, these motherfuckers, they think they can do it. Well, fuck it. They can. They do what they want to do, man. But I tell you what, I mean, I can just gather up all the money in the world. Everybody would like to see his ass slapped. That'd be a goddamn $1 million slap in his goddamn face. Just, wow. Just knock his glasses off. Do something disciplined. This motherfucker ain't got no discipline. He ain't got no discipline at all. I mean, what do y'all think? He ain't got no discipline, guys. He thinks he can do what he wants.
I'll tell you why he's got no discipline. He won the lottery. He won the fucking lottery, and I'm not talking about the lottery about money. I'm talking about he won the lottery, and he got found. He went and posted a video, and for whatever reason, he got found. He didn't have to work for it. He didn't have to strive for it. He didn't have to hunger for it. He didn't have to do nothing. Somebody called him up one day and said, I want to invest in you. And he made it. And because he didn't have to work for any of it, he doesn't appreciate any of it. It's like you letting your kid grow up and you buying their car and you paying for them.
You're breaking up, man. You're breaking up.
And then you want them to take over your empire. I mean, you can't do that. At some level, you've got to make them fucking work for it. Now, to say it's not work is bullshit. I mean, you know as well as I know. You wake up at saying you got fucking 2 interviews, a radio show, then you got
You're breaking up.
And all that. But I mean, it's one of those things. He didn't have to work to get in the spotlight. He was just found and put in the spotlight.
You're
That
right.
makes sense.
That makes sense.
And what pisses me off, I got a buddy of mine, his name's Dirty D. We had him on the show and whatnot. He has a video, Mr. Maryville City. He has over 1 million hits on that video, but yet local music wouldn't play him.
See, that's just some bullshit, man. Think about that.
I mean the regular radio stations.
Some fucked up shit.
Well, now, you turn around, though, and you look at him, and he was found. Then you take somebody like Miley. Miley had all the money in the world to be pushed through the record deals. She's another one that didn't work for any of it. It was there, it was presented to her, and she had just enough fucking talent to take off with it. To be honest with you, I think she's a no-talent ass myself. That might just be me. But, here she is out there now. She's got all this money, and what's she going to do with it? Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing.
I mean, achy breaky heart, but Pat, don't tell my heart. I guess he's managing her money, but I'm gonna tell you guys, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there now that's like that. That just has the money and just enough talent just to pull it off. I say somebody right now. It's out there right now from my fucking hometown. It's fucking doing it big. I mean,
it's 50 Cent.
No, he ain't from my hometown. It's a country group. Country group. Fuck a band Perry.
Right, yep.
Dr. Perry and his buddies. I promise you that. I don't give a damn what that's true. Kim number 17, they was up there in Greenville. They went to Nashville, man. They had that money. They had the money. No loss to the record label. No loss. No loss. We got the kids. We got them. Put them on. What do they need? What producer? Okay, get this sumbitch over here. Get him. Who's writing for her? Okay, get her ass over here. Right. How many songs? 5. Let's do it. What do they got? They got to have this and that. They got what promo? We got it. Fuck it. A bus? We got it. Everything that a record company would advance you, Mama, they were already advanced that. Me as a record label, I'm like, fuck yeah, y'all motherfuckers ain't ugly. Come to fight and you can play it. G, C, and D. Bring your ass on. Let's fuck it. Why not? And look what happened. They went because there was no loss to the record label. No credit card. These motherfuckers got a goddamn. Every record label got that $500,000 credit card they give you. Well, you got to pay that back plus interest. See, and the record company's banking on that these son of bitches, we're gonna sink this money. Surely they're in for 3 or 4 albums. Surely we'll have our money by then. They're only 17, but no, they didn't have to. The money was already there. No loss. So they went, and the shit worked. They never played a bar, not a goddamn club, a private party, nothing. They went straight to the label, motherfucker, here we are. I'm not mad at them. And they happen to be good people. They ain't no Miley Cyrus. But, the shit, money talks. Money talks. What y'all think?
I agree. It's a money-hungry world.
Son of a bitch. Man. I mean, it's so in a spot like that, So and I wish him the best, man. But I tell you what, I mean, it's politics, and you got the money, you can get down. You know, then you got you got me. I ain't got no money, but I'm not bad off because I've worked hard for it. But I think I'm gonna appreciate it a little bit more. So that's my 2 cents.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
Yes, sir, man. Shit.
All right. Well, we're gonna play "Welcome Home," and then if you have any last words.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, anyone trying to break into the music industry right now, knowing that the labels are pretty much dead, or they're only looking for the high end talent out there nowadays. What advice would you give them, considering you have all this experience on how to, go after their dreams in music, or, how to deal with the hectic lifestyle of being a musician?
My advice is, if you do this, don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. If you're thinking about doing it for the money, then you're in the wrong place, because you got to pay a lot of dues before you get your use. I'm trying to tell you right now. So you got to pay a lot of dues out, and people, they didn't get in it to pay dues. They got into to get paid, to get this money. If you got in it to get money, I want to be rich, so I'm gonna sing, don't do it. I'm gonna rap, don't do it. Don't do it. My advice is that you gotta love it. You gotta love every minute of it, because if you don't, it will tell on you. I love it, and I can't tell you how many times I told my wife, "This is it. I think I'm done. I'm coming home. I'm done. This is it. It's my last show. I'm finished. I hate this shit." I've said that so many times. I get a good night's sleep, I'm ready for the next bout. I'm ready because I love it. So, you got to have that love there. And my advice is that, don't wait on people to discover you. Discover yourself. You discover you. And everything else is going to fall in this place. That's my advice. Don't wait. Wait is a bad word in this industry. Don't wait. If people think, someone's going to pick me up, somebody's going to look at me, somebody's going to discover me, somebody's going to sign me. No, baby, not today. You got to sign yourself first. You got to advance yourself that advancement. You got to believe in yourself first. If you don't give yourself an advancement and you don't believe in it yourself, who the fuck else is going to do it? You think these motherfuckers will do it? You only do it for yourself. I had a video that had to go out and promo and everything. Fuck it. $3,500 was the first leg of it. You know what? I said to myself, I was like, I don't have this money, but I sure wish somebody would invest in me. Then I started talking to myself. I said, Jaystorm, would you lend me the money to invest in you? I'm like, yeah, I'll lend you the money. Fuck it. I sold my car. God damn it. There it was. You got to be willing to invest in yourself, and you got to believe in yourself that much, or nobody else will. If your mom and dad ain't rich. That's my advice.
Hey, Ray.
Yes,
Yeah, Brian.
Hey, man. My advice to you is the next time you get up on stage with Rocky Dick and he's in a Beetlejuice outfit, don't go twerking on him with your tongue hanging out, all right, man? That's how Ray Ray's going to make you.
No, hey, man, you know what? Hey, Each his own, dog. But I'll tell you this, man. I know I've talked a lot, but y'all gave me a lot to get off my chest because I've been wanting to get this shit off my chest for so damn long. Now, these folks that come in here and do this shit, I can talk a little bit because this is it. I mean, it's my mortgage, it's my light bill, it's my phone I'm talking to you on, my car, all on this voice right here. It ain't all that. I ain't the greatest motherfucker, but I'm taking what I got and I'm using it to its fullest ability. And the rest is falling in place.
And what's funny, I wanted to touch on two things real quick. When you were talking about, believe in yourself and the rest would fall into place, it reminded me of this old thing I heard a while back. There was this, father. He was a raging alcoholic. I'm just going to give a real quick story. And, he was getting mad because he was trying to put a jigsaw puzzle together. He could not get that last piece to fit. So he kept on getting mad and, slamming the puzzle in and starting again. And, he had this little, girl. And the little girl said, hey, Daddy, well, let me try. And he's like, well, how can you get it if I can't even do it? He's like, but he got so fed up, he gave it to the little girl. It was in a million pieces. The little girl, within 2 minutes, put the whole puzzle together and gave it to the dad. The dad sounded all, he's like, how in the world did you do this? Did you cheat? Did you, he was all like confused. And the little girl said, well, Dad, on the back of the picture of the world, there was a picture of a man. And if you put the man together, the world just seemed to fit into place.
Wow. Dog. Damn, son. That's deep.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, you were talking about, a big influence being the Roots. What sucks with the Roots is they had a very, political message they actually had on YouTube, and YouTube kept the song, but the whole message they blurred out. And I just feel, being an artist, that would really piss me off, because if I got something to display, who in the world are you, or who in the fuck are you to change my message?
Man, they oh boy, motherfuckers, man, I'm trying to tell you.
It's crazy, kind of like what Ray said. I grew up, and growing up, my uncle, he was a race car driver, and he, outside of what he did for work, he had a speed shop. And I remember being a little kid, he used to have this poster hanging on the wall. And what it was a bird eating a frog, and the frog choking the shit out of the bird. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but underneath it always said never give up.
Wow, I ain't seen that.
And think about it, the music industry, anybody will tell you, if you let it, it'll eat you alive.
Yes, sir.
Choke that son of a bitch, man. You can keep it, man. You just got to put that bitch in the stranglehold, you know what I mean?
And make him tap out. I'm telling you. Man. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, I mean, we just got to keep our heads up. We're going to see a brighter day. I'm just thinking from my perspective. But, I really can't complain. Like I said, all the jobs I've had, I mean, everything I've ever had, man, I'm just thankful not to punch a clock and 6 years on clock I'm punching is getting on stage and doing a sound check. It's really not a clock. I'm just checking the sound. I mean, it's a dream come true. It ain't easy. But if it was easy, everybody be doing it. That's what they said. Everybody be doing it. I really love it, and it's its rewards. Never did I think that I could make a living at this, and still be true to my original, being. But that just goes to show that hell, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I'm not. I'm just. I'm out. I'm not that. I'm not the most talented guy in the world, but I think I think I am. I think I am. As long as I think it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead and finish your statement.
I think, it's just like that old philosophy. I think that's who I am. Hell, if I don't think, that's, the mind's a powerful thing, man. If you can just tap into that positive, if you can think it, you can do it. I've always thought that. Even when I've doubted myself, I was like, man, if you'd have told me right now today that I was going to be playing music for a living, I was going to be making this much money, it ain't huge, but I'm not bad. I'm trying to tell you right now, I've had some really good jobs, and this by fucking far is the best thing I've ever had in my life. And so if you'd have told me 20 years ago, man, I'm going to have a nice house, beautiful wife, child, but you're going to have your own well, you're going to be singing for a living. I said, you fucking crazy. No fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. I'd have said that. There's no freaking way I can have all that. But you can do it. You can do it. You just got to love what you do and put your mind to it. We can achieve whatever we want. It's there. Everybody puts their pants on the same in the morning. Everybody got to button them up. Everybody get up. We all get hungry. We fucking eat when we get hungry. And we bleed when we fucking get cut. Same shit. We all got a chance. It's crazy. I didn't know it. Now that I've been shown, that it can happen. It can. You just got to really love it and want it.
So let me ask you this. Outside of music, outside of family.
Yeah.
What is your hobby? What is your one thing that you do for you? What do you got, what is your one thing that you do for you to relax outside of music? You got a hobby? You go here, you do this. What do you do?
I do have a supplemental income. I do have supplemental, but it's something I fucking love. You ain't gonna believe this. It's so different from the music. What I do is crazy. And it's even hard. It's even funny to mention the two in the same sentence. But what do I do? Well, first of all, what I do I lift, I work out, and I run. I do that. So I gotta stay healthy. And there's a certain degree I gotta take care of myself. But shit, my other supplemental income that I fucking love, it goes exercise and music and tax. Tax, dog. Tax. I do tax, man. That is what I do. So that's crazy, ain't it?
Tax.
Tax. I'm a tax accountant.
And that just means you know how to manage your money.
Right. So I graduated from Union College, degree in accounting and business, doing music the whole fucking time.
Wow.
The whole time. Graduated, worked, was a senior accountant at a company in Knoxville, and then worked for a CPA firm. And I'm going to tell you what killed that. These fuckers are going to break room and I would go in the break room. These fucking geeks, they open up a paper. I'm right there beside them. They open up the paper. They're reading about me. And they're right there beside of me. They couldn't even figure it out. They couldn't figure it out. I was like, you know, I can do this, but my passion is music. So one day the big guy said, look, Jay, it's either going to be music or you can work for this firm.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I said, you have got me fucked up. I said, don't make me choose on that. You make me choose like that. I said, what I do on my own time ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, I got a show in Greenville, South Carolina on Wednesday, but I got to be in Knoxville on Thursday morning. Motherfucker, I'm there. I'm there. I might be sleepy a little bit, motherfucker. Don't worry about me. I'm here, and I'm getting shit done. Well, these other workers couldn't stand that shit. They couldn't stand it. Not all of them, but a majority of these sluts couldn't stand that shit. So he kind of gave me an ultimatum. I was like, you know what? I'm working for him. Why don't I work for myself? Why don't I do tax myself and fund my music myself? Because that's all a job was doing for me, dog, was funding my shit. That's all it was doing, was funding me. Funding what the fuck I want to really do. You know, I happen to like what I do, to fund what I do, but now I fucking love it. I'm sitting here every day. I'm at the house every day. My office is at the house. I got clients that come in. I got my clients. Hell, half of my clients hire me to get down to their shit and pay me fucking dollars and brag about that I'm their accountant. But the moral is, I'm working for myself. And I'm doing this shit by myself, with myself, fucking knocking it out, traveling. I ain't got a punch a clock. I ain't got to be back. I'm my own boss. I don't have to be back to punch a clock. You know, is it scary? Yeah, to jump off to not get a paycheck every week? Yeah, that's scary that you don't know what you're going to make. That's scary a little bit. You got to be optimistic. And dude, I've never made this much money in my life. I've never been so comfortable. I mean, 40 hours somewhere, chilling, looking at a son of a bitch. The worst thing you can say to me is, I'm going to write you up. That's the fucking worst. You might as well spit in my face. No, you'll write me up? Fuck you. I mean, I can't. So-and-so's here. He's a big dog. We got to tiptoe around. I don't give a shit about that bullshit, man. Give a fuck about that guy, man. He puts his pants on like I put my pants on. That's how I feel. I mean, you can't tell me. I mean, I don't give a shit. I mean, I respect him. You know, fuck that. Matter of fact, I want to be like that motherfucker. What do I got to do? I got to do it myself. Did it himself. Built that empire. He showed me that it's perfectly capable of doing. But fuck it. You know, I'm on my own. I'm doing it, man. You know, somebody said you can't steal second base with your foot on first.
Nice.
Ain't no fucking way. But fuck it, I went towards second. Now I'm on third base. I'm on third base, and I ain't got, hey, trying to tell you right now. I mean, it's just, and I'm doing it myself, man, because it's scary, and I know I had to do it, and you know, and there's just no way else it could be done but this way. So I bite the bullet and I do it. No, so far so good. But guys, I appreciate y'all having me, though, man.
All right, we appreciate you on the show, Mr. Jaystorm. All right, so would you say you had fun today?
Yeah. Damn it, dude. I mean, this was such a relief to get this off my chest, man. Just even talk about it. Even fucking express myself, man. Yeah, this was wonderful for me, man. A wonderful, wonderful experience, man.
Well, we absolutely love to hear that. I know this may sound cliche to people who listen, but they don't understand the story behind it. But is there any way that we can get a autographed copy of your CD? And it's not just the fact that it's a signature. To us, it's a memory. It's a memory of you been on the show and the experiences that we went through while you were on the show.
Yes, sir. You sure can, man. I'll send you that stuff right over. I sure will.
We appreciate it, man. Is there any final words you want to say?
Any kind of words I want to say? For all y'all listening, I've just been spitting real shit tonight. Some of you guys may not agree with it, and some of you may agree with it. But I'm a living example that you can do anything you want to do, but you got to really genuinely want it. And you can make money at it. You can be happy. I'm happy. Money can't buy you love, just like the Beatles said. And you know what? And I'm spitting this. I'm giving a shout out to my band, because to me, we like the Fab Five, man. I think everywhere we go, we smacking them up and laying them down, man. The Jaystorm Project, baby. And ain't a motherfucker out there stopping it. I bet you that all day. So, that's what keeps me alive, and that's what keeps me going. And you know what? Hey, the sky's the limit, and nobody ain't stopping it, man. That's what I'm saying. Right there, man. Nutshell.
All right. And one last thing. Where can people get your music from?
iTunes, Napster, CD Baby. Go to iTunes, go to the website, jaystorm.net, and check it out. Hell, go to YouTube and check it out. They got a little MP3 YouTube loader. You can check it out and knock it out, man. Yeah, and I got plenty more getting ready to be posted. So, and Reverb Nation also. Reverb Nation /Jaystorm, .com/Jaystorm Project.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, Mr. Jaystorm, and we definitely would love to have you back in the future.
I'll be more than glad to come back, bro. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good night.
You too, bro.
Thank you, Jaystorm.
You too, bro. All right.
All right, well, that was Jaystorm from the Jaystorm Project Band. And this is Ray Ray.
This is D-Vape.
And we're glad that you joined us. And if you didn't join us and you're going to be listening soon, be sure to check us out. In the future, we have many, 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 many great interviews coming up. And once again, big shout-outs to Reverb Nation for having our band submission. We have almost 2,000 bands that have been interested so far, and there's still 40 days left. So when we do have these feature interviews, they're going to be the best. Hands down, period. Is there any final words you want to say, Bri, before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Don't let your meat loaf. And if you do, don't let your wrist watch. If you do, your chair will stick, cause your bag to drag. So that's all I got.
All right. Everybody have a good night.